You're listening to Stress-Free German, where we use advanced language learning techniques to get you speaking German right from the very first lesson.
Welcome to Stress-Free German, Volume 1, Lesson 1. The goal of this course is to turn you into a confident speaker of German. We're going to do that by applying advanced techniques like visual grouping, pattern recognition, construction branching, and more. Each lesson has two parts. Part 1 uses English to explain the language and to prompt you to speak German. Part 2 is the listening comprehension section and is entirely in German. So who is this course for? Well, it's for two types of students. If you're an absolute beginner, this is definitely a great place to start. But students with experience in German are also welcome. I think most beginners quickly get frustrated trying to memorize the gender of hundreds and hundreds of German nouns, and I think they wonder, is there a better way? There is. There's a much better way. It's called visual grouping. And certainly, a lot of students feel overwhelmed by the German case system, the genitive, dative, accusative, and as they're forced to memorize declension charts, I imagine they're also wondering, is there a better way? There is. It's called pattern recognition. So if you've been having these kinds of problems trying to learn German with the case system and noun gender, then you're definitely in the right place and your struggle ends today. All you need to do is just follow along and be sure to speak out loud when prompted. Even though this is an audio course, we're going to take a very visual approach to the language. So let's start by trying to envision a scene. Imagine a man standing in a park. Beside the man is a dog. The man and the dog are standing beneath a large tree. I have an actual picture of this scene, which I will direct you to after the episode, but for now, let's just imagine it. So our image had 4 elements: man, park, dog, tree. Here they are in German.
Mann, Park, Hund, Baum.
Let's see if we can figure out what each word was.
Mann,
Is obviously the man.
Park,
Is the word for park, although that German R is pretty soft, isn't it?
Park,
Park,
Hund,
Now that sounds like the English word hound, doesn't it? Which is a type of dog.
Hund,
And then finally,
Baum,
for this, think of that old Christmas song.
O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter.
They're singing, "O fir tree, O fir tree." So,
Baum,
it's a tree.
Baum,
Next, as you repeat each of those words after our native speaker, try to envision that element of our picture. You ready?
Mann, Park, Hund, Baum.
At this point, you might be wondering, why start a course with those 4 words? Well, 2 reasons. They are all concrete nouns. More on that concept in a future lesson. But also, in German, those 4 words all happen to be masculine nouns. If you're new to German, you might be surprised that nouns have gender at all. But actually, most European languages do this. They assign gender to nouns. And in German, there are 3 gender choices: masculine, feminine, or neuter. This tends to be the first big problem that students of German have. They can't recall the gender of German nouns. And the problem is a very serious one. If you don't know the gender, you can't use the word properly. And again, in this course, I promise we're going to solve that issue for you. Speaking of words, what were the 4 words that we started with today? Try to see the image in your mind. Say the words with our native speaker.
Mann, Park, Hund, Baum.
Next, listen to these German phrases. All I want you to catch is the first word in each phrase.
Der Mann ist schlau.
Der Park ist sauber.
Der Hund ist braun.
Der Baum ist hoch.
Did you hear it? It was the word.
Der.
That's called the article. It basically functions as the word the in German. Or listen to these. They're asking, where is the...
Wo ist der Mann?
Wo ist der Park?
Wo ist der Hund?
Wo ist der Baum?
Can you try that? Ask, where is the park?
Wo ist der Park?
So your friend points to a map and tells you,
Der Park ist hier.
remember our picture of the park? Well, imagine yourself inside the picture. Put your hand on the tree and say, the tree is here.
Der Baum ist hier.
So we're coming up on a key point. If you didn't know that those words were masculine, you would not have been able to say even those very simple phrases. So, pardon me while I turn on my warning alarm. Why the alarm? Because this is it. This is where virtually every course gets it wrong. At this point, they casually instruct you to memorize the article along with the noun. And I want to ask, are you kidding me? You want me to memorize thousands of dares, dies, and das's? Well, I'm not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're going to use something called visual grouping. The thing about German, the words themselves aren't hard. Listen to this, for example.
Haus, Bier, Pizza, Garten.
He said house, beer, pizza, garden. It's not the vocabulary of German that's tough. It's remembering the gender of all those words. And yet you have to, because if you don't know the gender, you can't use the word. But don't worry, we are not going to memorize anything. We're going to simply see the gender of each word we learn. Tell me, what's the gender of the following German word?
Mann.
Did you say masculine? Excellent. How about this one?
Hund.
Right again, it's masculine. Can you think of 2 other masculine nouns that we learned today? Hit pause, try to see the picture.
Baum, Park.
Did you memorize them? No, you basically are seeing them in your head. So, you're standing there with the dog under that tree in the park, and suddenly a woman approaches. She's holding out her phone and showing you a photo of the dog.
Entschuldigung, das ist mein Hund.
Why, that can't be. I mean, it sure looks like your dog. Isn't that right, Fido? So you tell the woman,
Nein, das ist mein Hund.
no, this is my dog. Let's try those again. Say, this is my dog.
Das ist mein Hund.
Say, no, this is my dog.
Nein, das ist mein Hund.
So say that word my again.
Mein.
Mein.
Now, we're going to talk a lot more about this in an upcoming lesson, so all I'm going to say for now is this.
Mein.
Is one of the ways that we refer to masculine nouns as being mine. So try that again. Say, this is my dog.
Das ist mein Hund.
Notice how our speakers are using different speeds of delivery. Different students have different comfort levels. Let's learn an easy new word here. In English, we can refer to our dad as Papa, and in German they use the same word. Listen.
Papa.
And the word
Papa.
is masculine, of course, so say, this is my Papa.
Das ist mein Papa.
How about, this is my tree?
Das ist mein Baum.
I know it doesn't feel like much so far, learning words like tree or park, but actually, if you're following all this and getting the phrases right, then you've already taken a big step forward in German. Okay, quick break.
And now your tip of the day from Stress-Free German.
In each lesson, I'll be sharing ideas about how to learn German efficiently. For today's tip, I'd like to return to that idea of comprehensible input, or CI for short. Usually, CI is a video where a native speaker talks in such a way that you can mostly follow what he or she is saying. They usually have a whiteboard and they draw whatever it is they're talking about so you can get the gist. A well-made CI video is an excellent resource, and you should definitely be watching them regularly. The drawback, though, to CI is that there's basically zero explanation. Like, wait, why did she say
Die Tasche.
in one phrase, and in the next it's
Der Tasche.
Another issue is that there's very little prompting for you to talk. So your listening skills get developed, and that's definitely important, but you don't walk away talking much in German. It's those two shortcomings in the CI methodology that prompted the creation of this course. We're going to help you understand how German works, and we're going to prompt you more and more often to speak the language. And towards that end, let's get back to the lesson. Try to say, where is my dog?
Wo ist mein Hund?
Where is my Papa?
Wo ist mein Papa.
This is my tree.
Das ist mein Baum.
Where is the park?
Wo ist der Park?
Wo ist der Park?
All right, let's try adding another new word. It's a yummy one. Can you tell what fruit I'm eating?
Apfel.
Right, an apple.
Apfel.
If I were to use English letters, I would spell that Apfel.
Apfel.
So let's envision our tree in that park. The man and the dog are gone now, but a shiny red apple is on the grass beneath the tree. So let's listen to a couple of phrases and see if we can figure out which article it gets.
Der Apfel ist lecker.
Der Apfel ist nicht so gut.
Are you hearing the article
Der.
der? Because these were simple declarative sentences, we know that
Apfel.
must be masculine.
Der Apfel.
I'll cover this in a future lesson, but for now, just know this. The article
Der
does not automatically mean that the next word is a masculine noun. Here, yes,
Der Apfel.
is indeed masculine. So, as someone takes your apple, let's tell them, "This is my apple." Listen.
Das ist mein Apfel.
Say, "No, this is my apple."
Nein, das ist mein Apfel.
Nein, das ist mein Apfel.
Ask them, "Where is my apple?"
Wo ist mein Apfel?
So the man pulls an apple out of the refrigerator and puts it on the table. He tells her,
Hier ist dein Apfel.
so this word here
Dein.
is our last new word for today. Again, we're going to talk a lot more about this in an upcoming lesson. For now, just know that
Dein.
is one of the ways that we refer to masculine nouns as being your. Try this. Ask, "Where is my dog?"
Wo ist mein Hund?
Here is your dog.
Hier ist dein Hund.
And we notice that
Mein.
and
Dein.
rhyme, which is helpful.
Mein. Dein.
But it goes deeper than that. Both words refer to just one person, to me or to you. So we can't use
Dein.
if you're talking to a group of people. You should also only use this word
dein,
with people you're friendly with. So if talking to a stranger or in some other formal situation, it's impolite to use
dein.
Again, more on this aspect of German in an upcoming lesson. Next, imagine a kid asks you,
Wo ist mein Papa?
tell her, here is your papa.
Hier ist dein Papa.
If you're getting these right, you're doing great. Almost done, but before we go, let's do a review of everything we've learned today. Ask, where is the park?
wo ist der Park?
Here is the park.
Hier ist der Park.
Hier ist der Park.
Where is my dad?
Wo ist mein Papa?
Here is your dad.
Hier ist dein Papa.
This is my tree.
Das ist mein Baum.
This is your apple.
Das ist dein Apfel.
All right, great job today. This is the end of the teaching and prompting section. The next part, our listening comprehension section, is entirely in German and can be found over at the site stressfreegerman.com. Be sure to listen to that and also download the PDF, which has today's 2 key images. You do that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
To access the listening exercises, please head over to stressfreegerman.com.